Hello and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we beat Block BK in the third round of the Cup to progress to the fourth round where we'll be playing Stoke Town. In this episode, however, we have a particularly tricky game. We're against 4th place Kruger in the league. However, until recently Kruger were among the top 3 sides, and they're probably going to be one of the harder games in the division. And there's some good reasons for that. Kruger FC, while they probably don't have the strongest of squads in this division, they do have a manager who was once rated the top 100 in the world. Now that alone is enough to make things difficult. On top of that though, they have maintained 17 average form throughout the entire season. To put that into perspective, Knights have usually averaged around 15 average form for most of our seasons. So they've been averaging a lot higher and keeping their team in a lot better form, which in turn would equal better performances. Kruger don't actually have a full complement of Uber players like most teams in the division do, but the ones they do have are very strong indeed. Lars Bros, Tommy Ridstrom, Theo Albiu, Walter Greshdal, Philip Lilby, Christopher Ocknes and Sigurd Rabin make up the core of their team, and because they're all in good form, they will perform well, which will more than make up for the empty spaces that are being used for youth development of the team. Although to be fair, that's a pretty handy strategy. He's managed to strike a balance between youth development and for playing senior players, so that he always has some youth developing in his lineup, which is admirable to say the least. So hopefully we can get some results in this match. But then again, who knows what will happen, because you'll see in a moment we do not have our strongest lineup available to us. This is going to be pretty bad because Wajuna suspended. That red card from the Hamilton Academical game lasted 2 matches, so not only did he miss the Block BK game, he is also missing this game. He'll be back for the Stoke Town game, but that's not the point really. The point is that we're going to really miss our Chinese midfielder for this game. But anyway, let's see the team news and see how we've coped with this. So, for a tricky league game, Knights line up in a 4-5-1 formation with Ant Connolly in goal. A back four, Pim Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Ledley King and Aquila Santa Maria. Midfielder Pierre Of Hesslink, Devin Reilly, a defender covering in midfield for YG suspension. Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma and Raymond Hargreaves, and a frontline man of Sal Motor. I went with Reilly as opposed to Zari because I feel overall it'll be a stronger lineup and we'll need all the strength we can get when taking on this Kruger side to try and counteract their high average form. Ryan Mulligan, Azrat Zari and Reginald Lacey make up our bench. Kruger FC line up with Lars Bros in goal, a back four Alexander Rushfeldt, Tommy Ridstrom, Chiri Torbring and Theo Albu. Midfielder Christian Ocknes, Philip Lilby, Shun Hasagawa, Walter Greshdal and Paul Corcoran. And frontman Maurice Pucknell. Interestingly, Sigurd Rabin is nowhere to be seen in this lineup despite being fully fit for this match. Okay then, let's go live to the supermassive black hole. Here we go guys. Teams take their positions on the field. Knights are in the red and yellow strip playing from left to right. Kruger are in the sky blue strip playing from right to left. The Norwegian side have had pretty good success over the time with their captain today, Walter Greshdal, and the referees today, Frank Redcar, Skill 4, Harshness 8. Kruger FC were in Division 2 not so long ago, so they've had substantial success during their time, although their team is quite a bit different from the one that did climb up to the divisions to get to that point in the first place. Other match in the division, Stretford Enders at home to FC GK Verde, ADV away to FC Barrymore 2, and Hamilton Academical at home to Cobra Kai. And we're underway now. This game promises to be a tough affair, but Knights are battling hard to get on board with alternatives with Kruger. And we've got a free kick in the opening stages of the game. It's Pierre Of Hesslink straight on goal, and not even close. It's going to take something special to beat Lars Bros, Kruger's 16-bar goalkeeper. But Knights are having a very strong foothold in this game. This is quite surprising so far. Wow, Alvito Roma has been injured. Wow, that's a huge blow for Knights. One of their best players, Alvito Roma, is out, and Azrat Zari comes into the bench to replace him. A significant downgrade, but can we cope? Maurice Pucknell has picked up a slight injury for Kruger, and it appears he's slightly injured, so the Adam Mullins is coming on for Maurice Pucknell. 17 minutes played, it's currently 0-0 between Knights and Kruger. As we go towards half time, it's the end of the first half, and to be honest, that wasn't a particularly eventful first half by any means whatsoever. Other match in the division we'll see. We've got Cobra Kai ahead against Hamilton Academical. The other matches, however, are 0-0 draws. As we prepare to get underway for the second half, can we do any better? We're about to find out any moment now. We're underway in the second half now. And Knights immediately on the attack here with Celso Motor. It's taken care of by Lars Bros. Yeah, this goalkeeper's going to be very difficult to beat for Knights, so it might be difficult to score goals in the coming games. But just one goal will suffice, provided we don't concede at the other end, of course. Kruger haven't created anything so far. It's been all Knights. Pierre Of Hesslink on the diving header, and it hits the right post. The Dutchman's so close to giving Knights the lead in this game. We've been all over Kruger though. It's been a very dominant performance by the team. And Pierre Of Hesslink has another try to see towards the goal. He scores! Pierre Of Hesslink puts Knights of Sardinia in front. Ray Tataw Eta setting him up, and excellently done. Knights are 1-0 up against one of the toughest opponents in the division in Kruger FC. We've got another chance here. Shot from Celso Motor. Again! 2-0 Knights. This is really good. 2-0. And Kruger haven't had a single shot so far. This is very, very strong performance. Very impressive from Knights, and showing why we're the division leaders. Diving shot on goal by Pierre Of Hesslink, and warded off by Bros. Wow. 6 out of 6 so far this would be if we come towards it. And we've got another chance here. It's Raymond Hargreaves. Excellent save by Lars Bros. And Stretford Enders are losing to FCG Verde. Even better. Celso Motor has been yellow carded for attacking behind there, so not all good news. He might have tackled Paul Corcoran here. Yes, he has injured Paul Corcoran. Lisandro De Palma is on for Paul Corcoran, but I think that's going to be it. That is the end of the game. Wow, what a win for us there. Kruger FC did not create a single shot during the entire match. Knights had 7 of them. That just shows you how dominant this side has been in this particular match. Well, I was anticipating this to be a really difficult game, and to be honest, I think it would have been for the most part, but Knights have really come to the town today and dominated against Kruger. I severely doubt that we will be this dominant when we come to their place later on in the season. It's going to be a difficult games ahead, to be honest. I'm not quite sure if we'll be able to go the entire season unbeaten, but that's something to aim for. Pim van der Kruis the man of the match for Knights, and Tommy Ridstrom the man of the match for Kruger. No surprises there for either team. That was an excellent win indeed, aided by some very helpful tactics. Now this guy is not easy to predict at all. He's probably one of the harder managers in the division to predict. But we managed to correctly guess that his attacking style, which was a huge benefit to us. And on top of that, we successfully man-marked his playmaker. He also opted to mark our lone striker, Celso Motor, which is a surprise to me, as I thought he was going to try and mark one of our midfielders. But fortunately, what we did have was enough to overpower him. He didn't create a single chance all game, and our team deservedly won. But that's saying, next time we face them, it's going to be a lot harder. Anyway, let's see the team of the week and see how we got on with players performing in the Xpert 11. Team of the week is Nick England of the Stretford Enders in goal. A back four of Serban Cesario, FCG Verde, Pim van der Kruis, Knights of Sardinia FC, Tommy Ridstrom, Kruger FC, and Andre Brunet, FC Barrymore 2. Midfield of Petru Antoine, FCG Verde, Daniel Blucara, FCG Verde, and Adlan Onsika, FCG Verde, and Casper Elden, the Stretford Enders. Front two, Dennis Clementon, the Stretford Enders, and Finde Balvor, FCG Verde. Our next league match is going to be against the Stretford Enders, so that's going to be a very difficult one indeed too. Maybe even more so than this one. Manager of the round went to us, so that's good. Our domination of this division continues. So, Knights' 6th win of the season means we already have 18 points for the season. 6 wins out of the first 6 games, and if we don't finish to the top 2 position now, I'll be very surprised indeed. Stretford Enders are still second, but the gap is now 5 points after they lost 4-1 at home to FCG Verde. They're going through a bit of an injury crisis at the moment too, so we may be able to get them in a good position, so they won't be at full strength to face us. That's always encouraging indeed. Cobra Kai have won 3-1 against Hamilton Academical, so they are now the closest pursuers for the playoff spots, just 1 point behind Stretford Enders. Kruger have dropped to 5th place now. Arguably the team gaining the most momentum though is FCG Verde. They did start slowly, but they are coming right into form now, having thrashed Stretford Enders 4-1, so they are now on 10 points and just 3 points behind the playoff spot. They finished second last season, so as we know they're not to be taken lightly. FC Barrymore 2, Hamilton Academical and ADV continue to make up the bottom 3. Although Barrymore are now just a point from safety. So that was it for this episode. Next is the ultimate test. We may have got 6 wins out of the first 6 games so far, but can we do it on a cold, windy night in Stoke? Find out next time when we take on Stoke Town in the Ultimate League Cup. See you guys next time.